Hello folks, this is Pee Wee. Welcome to Pee Wee's World. Once again we're here talking about motorcycles, which is a topic for today. Then you know I do have a sickness. It's pretty bad. It's kind of a strange illness. I think we're all subject to get it, so look out and take care of yourselves and watch what you're getting into. You never know. But anyway, it's a pretty serious illness, and I guess I'll have to call it motorcycleitis, and it stems from being involved in and liking and getting over fixated with motorcycles. You'll end up like me or worse, and have multiple motorcycles. Anyway, it's kind of rough on you. It makes you have choices and stuff. You have decisions you got to make on which ones you can ride. It's a terrible thing to have. Then you got them all crying in the garage when they want chrome, and then you don't know which one to buy chrome for. So it's a terrible thing. Anyway, enough about the motorcycleitis, because it's just gonna make me have to go out and get another one, I think. But I'm trying not to do that. I don't know how my wife's tolerated me at this point. Just glad she has. Anyway, this is a 2009 Yamaha XVS 950 Tourer. It's got a little over 7,000 miles on it. Picked it up yesterday, and it was filthy. I'm gonna do a walk around with you, but this bike was just filthy. It's been sitting underneath the carport, so it's not been in a garage. At first glance, it looked pretty good, but and it was in an overcast day, and it had been raining. So when I get it home, you know, of course, in good light and stuff, I start seeing all the little stuff that's taking a toll on it. When I took the seat and the bags and the windshield off, all the chrome was in pretty bad shape. I had to polish all of it to keep it from getting pits in it. But the frame underneath was extremely dirty. In the battery compartment was pretty dirty. Just went through, took a lot of stuff off and detailed and raised it up on the lift and got the wheels pretty clean. It's got some small pits in the back wheel, brake dust or something settled in. I ain't gonna be able to get them all out without wet sanding the clear coat and maybe touching up with fingernail polish, but for the most part the bike will come out pretty clean. It seems to ride out pretty nice. Another thing too, whenever you buy a used motorcycle, be careful. Always make sure your tires got the right amount of air pressure in it. These here were supposed to be pretty good to go, and I rode up the street and it felt pretty dangerous. I checked them. The front tire had a little less than 12 pounds in it, and the back tire had a little over 10, and that was it. So I had to put air in the tires and fill it up with gas to ride it home. Had about a 55 mile ride to get it home, and after that it seemed pretty good. So pretty happy with it. Now, I got a friend of mine, he's a Harley head. I am a Harley head too. I love my Harleys, don't get me wrong, but I like everything and I'll ride anything. But he hates import motorcycles. His favorite thing to say to me is, you put some Vance and Hines on it, it'll sound just like a Harley. Well, you know, until you put loud mufflers on a Harley, guess what it sounds like? It sounds like a lawnmower with a lope to it, just like Japanese bikes sound like lawnmowers without exhaust systems. So, you know, it's you know, if you want to cry about a Japanese bike not sounding like a Harley don't sound like a Harley till you put some pipes on it or mufflers on it or something. So anyway, I'm not going to get into a war here, but I think it's funny. But he always likes picking on me. But that's all right, each to his own. I have fun, and I have a good time doing this, and this bike here is going to be my potential touring bike. I'm going to use this for all my longer distance rides, because I'm a little person. I'm like 5'2" on a good day. Might get 5'3" if I got high heel boots on, but that requires me wearing weird leather outfits and things like that, and midgets start chasing me around. It gets pretty bad. So you know, I don't want to be a king of nobody, so I got to be careful with that stuff. But I might have some weird pygmy tribe or something chase me around. You never know. But anyway, back to this. I think this is going to be my long distance rider, because the price I've got in it to the money I've got into it ain't a whole lot, and it's, you know, this is a smaller bike, but it's a very avid touring bike. It rides good. It's got floorboards, It's got avid bags, luggage rack, windshield, all the requirements to make a long trip on. And that'll save my big Harley from getting scratches and nicks in it. I don't really want to take it out and leave it out in parking lots and places and things like that, because I've got a whole lot of money in it, and it is my baby. I started to trade it for a Gold Wing about a month ago. I've been fighting with myself for it. I almost did it, but it's the bike I've always wanted. 15 years I wanted that bike, that color and everything, so can't see getting rid of it. So you know, the ulterior motive was, or the only thing I can do to change that would be buy another bike. So here we are. Now I've got a bagger that I can ride on trips and not worry about too much. Not that I want anything to happen to it, because I'm going to continually to work on it and add little chrome things and decorate it up a little bit, make it a little bit nicer than what it already is. But it seems to be a nice bike. I'll start it up here in a minute for you. Put a couple holes in the baffle plate on it, but it's still not quite enough. I think I'm going to put a set of Cobra slip-on muffler on it, or a Rush muffler. But seen a few I've liked out there, thanks to fellow YouTube fans and all the YouTube stuff. It's just, this is awesome. This is great stuff, and everybody that does it, man, I love watching the videos. I spend a lot of time on YouTube and can't say enough about it. Anyway, I'll fire this thing up and take a listen to it. But yeah, it's just above being a lawnmower, but it's still a nice motorcycle. It's got a nice little mellow rumble to it. Like I said, I've drilled a couple holes in it. It's got a 7/8 inch hole in the main baffle plate. Had to use a long rod to get into it with. But don't sound bad. It's got a loose turn signal on it. That was like that when I bought it. So I've got something else to work on. They said the bike was a little worse shape than what I thought when I first looked it over. Of course, I was in a real dimly lit area inside a carport in a really overcast day. I thought I was going to get rained on for sure, but managed to get it home without having to drive in the rain. Which, you know, I don't care to do that. That don't bother me much. Just get wet. I don't wear rain suits, so don't believe in them. But anyway, I think the bike's going to be a good little bike. 7,000 miles. It had a little over 7,100 on it. Now, a little more detail work and some extra stuff on it, and I think I'll like it pretty well. Definitely gonna need a muffler or something, maybe a completing system, I don't know. Try to do it as inexpensive as I can, but I ain't afraid to spend a little money on it. It'll be a good little bike to have, put around on. I'll probably use this one to ride back and forth to work quite a bit, because the bag on it, it says easy to maneuver. It's an easy riding bike, and don't have a whole lot of miles on it, so I'll get some use out of it. Anyway, appreciate you watching all my videos. It's always fun. Like them. I like watching everybody else's. And to all you V-Star cruiser guys out there, y'all have a good one, and I'll get this video on your all's page, and y'all have a good one. Enjoy all of it. See ya. Thanks again. This is Pee Wee signing off.